Thank you for joining me today in the Jamaica kitchen. My name is Drew, and today we're going to do something extra special. We're going to do the most delicious ribs, and it's very simple to make. Today we're going to have ribs, and we're going to do a beautiful mango rum glaze. You're going to love this. And to top it off, it's all done inside. No grill or smoking necessary. We're going to do it in the oven. So if you live in an apartment, there's no complaining on this one. So for our ingredients today, we are going to season our ribs with some garlic powder, liquid smoke, some seasoned salt, and of course this is our slab of ribs. And then to do our mango glaze, we are going to use 1 mango, 2 lemons, about a tablespoon of honey, approximately 15 to 16 ounces of mango nectar. And we're also going to use a spice rum, and any one of these spice rums would do, but I also like using the Ray Nephew's Overproof because it has a distinctive flavor. But today I'm going to use Captain Morgan spice rum, and my spice rum is a little extra spice. If you look inside the bottle there, that is ginger, and I just slice some ginger and slip through the top and let it sit for 2 or 3 days, and it just gives an extra loveliness to the rum that's really special, especially when you're making cocktails or this particular glaze. Alright, so let's get started. So this requires minimum amount of seasoning, just a little prep prior to cooking. You could do this the day before, but we're going to season our meat with a little liquid smoke. And just a small amount. Liquid smoke goes a long way, and this is just to help more with a smoky flavor that we can't obtain while cooking in the oven. Just give it a little massage in, that's all it takes, back and front. And then we're going to add a little garlic and a little seasoned salt, just a slight dusting over the meat. And then we're going to add the garlic. See, an even dusting. Alright, so this is one of the easiest ribs you can imagine to cook. You could do this with baby backs, it just requires less time to cook. This is the full rack, and obviously it's a larger, thicker, heavier piece of meat, so it does require a little bit more time in the oven. But the baby backs are a lot more expensive, even though they're very tender and tasty. One of the great things about cooking a full rack in the oven is because it has more fat content. If you see, it's marbled more throughout the meat, and as it cooks, the marbling will slowly render down and keep the meat tender and juicy. Alright, so all it takes is simple light seasoning, and I'm going to throw some black pepper on top. I might do a light black pepper on top. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put this in the oven at 425 for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. We just want it really hot so it can sear the meat, and then we're going to turn it down to around about 350 for another an hour and a half or so. Or you check for doneness, and in the meantime we're going to go ahead and cook our glaze. Okay, in goes our meat at 425 for about 15-20 minutes to sear it. And then we're going to go ahead and turn down to 350. Okay, so while our ribs are cooking, in this pot we're going to start a glaze. And this is about half a cup of lemon juice. You can use lime juice. I've used lime juice in the past, but I like the lemon with the mango, so I'm using lemon today. We are now going to add 16 ounces of mango juice. 16 ounces of mango juice, a couple of dashes of garlic powder, just a couple of dashes, a small amount. You can add more if you wish. We're going to do a teaspoon of honey, not a lot, just a little. honey's a little stiff, it's been around for a while. But you know, honey doesn't go off, so it's okay. And we're going to add 3 ounces of Morgan's rum. Alright. And today, and it's your choice, this is a piece of Scotch bonnet. It's prior cooked that I'm going to just drop in there because I like a little heat in mine. You can use habanero, or you could use jalapenos, any of the peppers that you particularly care, or you can just leave it the way I'm doing it now. We're going to go ahead and leave this on the stove for it to thicken. It'll take about 15-20 minutes. Alright, we'll come back to this. Okay, we're at a 20-minute mark. Let's have a look. Oh, perfect. It's just starting to brown. It's getting golden. So we have a nice sear on it that helps keep it moist and tender. Now we're going to turn the oven down and put it back on for probably another hour and a half at 350. Okay, our glaze is now melded and cooked down. Okay, we need a little pinch of salt. And then to thicken our glaze, we're going to add some sugar. And here is approximately 5 tablespoons of sugar, or less. You can sweeten it as much as you like, or as little as you like. But a glaze requires some form of sugar. You could use orange juice in this and it would have thickened it up as well. But the thing with orange juice, it adds that specific orange flavor, which I don't like. I like mostly mango. So I use just the mango and add just a little sugar, which thickens it. And that's why I only put a tablespoon of honey in, otherwise it would be too sweet. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and let this cook down some more. Now I'm going to add to our glaze. This is almost the entire mango. I couldn't help myself, the rest of it is in my tummy. Yes, I ate it, so what? Alright, it's just finely chopped mango. Goes in our glaze. Let it cook down again for another 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how ripe your mango is. This mango was super ripe. Alright, almost there. Now here's our glaze. Completely cooked down and finished. It's quite thick actually, and it's still hot, so as it cools it will get even thicker. Okay, just waiting for her pork ribs to be done, and then we'll go ahead and glaze. Okay guys, this is our ribs. They've cooked for approximately an hour and a half, and they are fully cooked all the way through. And as you can see, I've taken off approximately just a little over half a cup of oil out of the cooking tray, and now we're going to go ahead and add our glaze that we made earlier on the stove, and we're just going to pour our glaze over like so, and we're going to add back to the oven for about 15 minutes so the glaze can soak into the meat and brown it all up and be so delicious. 10 minutes in the oven and our ribs are finished. How beautifully brown and golden those ribs are. The mango's just sticking to it. Oh, these are super tasty. Look how easy this was. oven, one tray, one small pot, some mango juice and a mango, a little rum, all the things that any sane person should have in their house at one time. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and plate and try a few myself. That is a mound of nothing but tasty juiciness right there. This camera never gives the finished product its true justice. That is so delicious. The smell is insane. It's just, I can smell the mangoes and the rum. It is such a wonderful dish. And as I said before, so easy to make. Done in the oven, a few ingredients, easy to do at home. If you live in an apartment or a community in which you can't barbecue or smoke, this is a great way of getting around that. I need a napkin. No, I need a bib. I need a bigger mouth. Ah. Oh, that's delicious. You have no idea. You have to try this. I gotta get a napkin. That's better. I'm so greedy. Thanks again for watching. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Hit subscribe. You better hit subscribe, because if you don't, whatever device you're watching this on most likely will explode. So please hurry up. Just go ahead and hit subscribe. Thank you so much, and God bless. Ooh. I'm gonna finish it. That's how man feed man belly.